Hello guys, this is Dylan Vole here, and I'm going to be showing you some Lego guns. So, I'm going to be demonstrating to you different Lego guns, how they fire, how to load them, the mechanism, and of course, aiming down the sights, and its range. Kinda. Because I'll be shooting it from the seat. Now, just before we go here, let's go on a bit of safety. I know, safety is fucking boring, but we have to go over it because you could hurt someone. If I had someone over there, and they got it in the eye, they would lose their eye. And I know this is a boring shit part of the video, but it's a very important part. It serves a purpose why we need to be safe with them. Now, I'm not saying go put goggles on or don't shoot at people because, well, that'd be a bit boring. But be careful and aim down. And be careful where you're aiming. Otherwise you could unexpectedly hit someone in the eye and they'd be hurt. So don't be so worried about it that you don't have any fun with it. Just be a little bit careful. Now, without further ado, let's get on to our first one, which is one on my desk right now. It is a sniper kind of deal. Well, it's not very sniperish. Well, it's got an open chamber. Let's see if we can position this perfectly. Yeah, there we go. Basically, it is .30 bricks wide, the chamber is, by 6 bricks. It has a very nice rifle-like handle on the gun, and also, if you look carefully here, that's a bit skewy. These are ammunition bullets, which is very versatile. It means you don't really have to be that fussed on what it shoots. It will not cause a misfire if you shoot something completely different to what you're meant to. That is basically all the ammunition you need. You can have like a 3 or 4 or 5. If you're good, right, you could have a 3x2, 4x2, a 2x2, or 1x2, or 1x4. It's pretty versatile. Don't go stupid with it though. Don't start shooting the 1x16 because that won't work. The attachments on the gun, as you can see, we have an elastic banding where if you press the trigger, it turns back. Also, you have a sniper scope, which you can also take off and revert to iron sight. The iron sight isn't very good, but the scope is quite cool. I liked how I've managed to do the scope and how I've managed to create a hybrid sight. Without further ado, let's get started. First of all, before you get a gun, you need to load it. This one, I am now going to show you how to load it. You get a bullet, any size will do it. You put it to your Lego gun. You then take him. You then position him down the chamber. Then you take him down, and it's recommended that you open the scope so you can get in perfectly. Then I'm going to show you this upside down. You can then get your gun, pull it out, and there we are. As soon as it's locked behind the trigger, it's then ready to fire. Bollocks. Sorry guys, sorry for that colourful language. Don't usually use it, but it's a bit colourful. It's a bit of a change. A bit of colourful language for you. And sometimes when little accidents happen, my words can be a little bit colourful than they should be. They should be more black and white. Guys, you won't be able to see me, and there's a reason for it. We're going to be doing some range tests. Then after that, we're going to be going down the sights. So for a little bit of it, you won't see me for quite a bit. So this test will be done using control variables. That's one. Now, since I only have 2 bullets of the same size, and investigations must be done with the same size, I'll only be able to show it twice. That's done. Let's see where it's landed. That was the blue one. It just went towards the chair here. It was around about that distance. Hang on. Let's just go here. It's about that. It wasn't very far away from our table. Very weak, I say. Bet we can do better. Oh look. And surprisingly, that was the second test, but just proves to you why you do 2 tests. Or 3. This bullet landed further. So I can say on average, the bullet lands round about here. Where I'm stood, which is round about that distance from that table. As you can see my shirt and my trainers. So without further ado, I'm going to place a bamboo stick. I'm going to place a little bit of a marker for where on average it would land. Okay guys, as you can see, you're aiming down the sight of my gun. We're basically on the camera that's down the sight, and we're just going to move the sight straight forward. We've now got a set up sight. We're now going to fire. 3, 2, 1. That wasn't quite accurate, but that'll do it. We're going that way. Well, I'm going to show you another one. And second shot. What the heck? Okay guys, I'm going to be showing you my next gun. And let's be honest, it's actually quite cool. It's got like a French kind of camo to it. It's also got a quite cool looking sight, which would originally be an iron sight, but I've replaced it with what this would have been called the holographic sight. So, let me introduce you to my next gun. It's a P2RXZ. The P2RXZ. That's basically just a made up name. This gun is not a replica of anything. I made the name up. This gun has something holding the trigger this time. First the trigger. So it has a working trigger. It has a long barrel for the rubber band. This one doesn't shoot bricks, it shoots rubber bands, but it has a long barrel. You can shoot around about up to 2 Lego rubber bands on it, and it works quite well when you shoot 2 rubber bands. So let's get a couple of rubber bands out. I'm now going to show you an initial firing. Basically how you load is, if you can wait a minute, and if we can get the bricks, how you load is very easy. Basically get one gun, you get one gun, open him up, make sure everything is still safe, go to the trigger. You can place up to 2 rubber bands onto this gun. Basically what you do is you get the rubber band one end of the trigger, so it's like that. Like that. Show you without firing it there, like that. And you basically place it right to the end, round about like that. Round about like that. Right, okay, the trigger's magically fallen off my gun. But basically we're gonna run out. But let's stay professional. We're at the next bullet. We're putting at the end of our rubber band again. Go in. I'm gonna place them down right on the end. Now I'm only gonna aim this at you lot, guys. Don't worry, it's not gonna kill you. So basically aim down the sights and there we are. 2 rubber bands, going to go again. Okay guys, I'm going to be aiming my gun straight over to the playing field. I don't really want to make it boring, so I'm going to show you me firing it from this very seat. The variable stays the same. This time I will have 3 shots, or just 2 shots. Shall I ask? Maybe we'll go for 2 shots, just to keep it fairly equal. But we're going to have 2 shots, and each have 2 bullets in at the same time. Or 2 bands in at the same time. So each round will fire 2 bands. That variable must stay the same to keep the test fair. We'll then get the full bullets, we'll then gather, we'll get the furthest and the closest, and we'll get a marker to show you the place. So, my first bullet. I need to be quite equal with it. And just the next 2. I think it might work there that much. Right, now we've done tests, let's have a look at to see where the bullets have landed. I've looked down there. Those are 2 of the rubber bands, they've landed in the same place. Don't ask me how. Here's the second one, which has landed right in the middle. But most abstract of all, the 3rd and final band, or the 4th and final band, has landed all the way over here, compared to that desk over there. We are now aiming down the sights with the blue pistol, or the assault rifle. As we've seen before, it's fared very well against the yellow gun. So, let's fire. Hope you enjoyed the video.
I'll see you for the next one.